Hey, my name is Haley. I'm a Master's of Educational Technology student at Cape Breton University. Today, I am going to talk to you about my Future of Instructional Design project, the final assignment for my Education 5103 Integration of Instructional Design and Information Technology course. Here is an overview of the main topics we will be discussing throughout this video. These are the key concepts from the position paper I explored earlier in the course. My position paper involved promoting inclusion and engagement of students with exceptionalities in online settings, using technology-enhanced learning environments and the Universal Design for Learning instructional design framework. Within the paper, I discussed my teaching philosophy and reviewed modern literature to explore this idea. My teaching philosophy is centered around inclusion and engagement. These vital aspects of teaching instills intrinsic motivation in students. This is key because it fosters real interest and encourages students to learn for learning's sake. Using technology within the UDL framework has the power to provide every student with effective instruction that can further emphasize inclusion and deepen student engagement. Now I will discuss the results from my literature review. I will illustrate the issues that arose from the articles and the solutions they propose. The articles included in this review are Virtually Forgotten, Special Education Students in Cyber School by Carnahan and Filton, 2013. Using Universal Design for Learning in Synchronous Online Instruction by Coy et al., 2014. And Universal Design for Learning, the relationship between subjective stimulation, virtual environments, and inclusive education by Castillo, 2018. The literature review clearly demonstrates the major issue that there is a detrimental gap in the online educational process for students with exceptionalities. Virtual learning environments are often not suited to include or engage diverse learners. Barriers are caused by the built-in physical difficulties of distance teaching and its overuse of standardized assessment and asynchronous instruction. Using the Universal Design for Learning, UDL, framework provides educators with a flexible and responsive instructional design that removes barriers to student learning by providing multiple means of engagement, representation, and action and expression. From the literature review, we can see that using this framework in an online environment helps to support the learning of students with exceptionalities. This is because UDL engages students through the use of choice and technology that stimulate motivation and sustain enthusiasm for learning. UDL also provides students with a variety of ways of presenting instructional information and content to give students various avenues to support their diverse learning needs. Likewise, UDL provides students with multiple means of action and expression that offer students options to demonstrate their learning in various ways. The literature review demonstrates a need for differentiated instruction in online learning environments. Educators must move away from standardized testing and use a variety of assessments that are individualized and specific to the learner in order to accurately assess their accomplishments of the outcomes. Often, students with exceptionalities have obtained the required knowledge but are unable to express it through the traditional exam methods. Using choice in how students are able to show their learning provides teachers with a better understanding of what they actually know. Unfortunately, online learning environments often use asynchronous instruction, where teaching and learning happen at separate times. This limits the teacher's ability to detect student comprehension and hinders quick responses to counteract any misunderstandings. To overcome this issue, the literature review proposes using synchronous instruction in online settings to provide students with live instruction, where teacher and students can engage in ideas in real time. Finally, the literature review suggests using immersive virtual simulations, IVS, to help bridge the gap in online learning for students with exceptionalities. The technology-enhanced environment involved with IVS engages students in an all-encompassing virtual world that simulates real-world learning environments and life experiences. The avatars and role-playing games aid in increasing inclusion and engagement in online environments. IVS provided within a universal design for learning framework helps to create online deep learning experiences for students with exceptionalities. In conclusion, using differentiated assessment, synchronous instruction, and immersive virtual simulations within a universal design for learning framework increases inclusion and engagement of students with exceptionalities in a virtual learning environment. Through the use of UDL's malleable and individualized instructional design and technology-enhancing tools and environments, teachers are able to provide an appropriate and effective learning experience that includes and engages every student online. Reflecting on my position paper, it is clear that using enhanced technologies within the Universal Design for Learning framework provides students with exceptionalities with the most optimal learning experience in an online setting. Guidelines and supports are needed to lead teachers in the successful application of UDL practices within an online context. I recommend that teachers be provided with resources and professional learning opportunities on how to practically implement these strategies. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I hope you enjoyed it.